Welcome back to Radio Alazor, my children of the sands. I have to apologize in advance, for I fear today's broadcast will probably turn out a bit more bleak than usually. If you know me, you're probably pretty well aware that I love being right. I won't let any chance pass by to throw a well-placed "told you so" into your faces. But I wish I wasn't right this time. I wish I would have been proven wrong. I wish they had not just killed one of us. And I hear you say, "So what? People are dying on Arrakis by the hour." And you wouldn't be wrong, of course. And yet there's a difference between the desert claiming one of us killing each other for the last scraps, or one of us getting what we deserve for cheating, stealing, killing, and extorting. And, on the other hand, there are hounds being set on us for nothing. They take you for weaklings. They sneer at those of you scavenging wrecks and abandoned places. They laugh about those of you identifying as Kirab. They scoff those of you who get wares around the stiff regulations of the Empire. They call those of you following the teachings of the Lightning Worm harmless idiots. They see those of you who are slavers as, well, who cares? Fuck you. You deserve anything they throw at you. But the rest of you? They think you weak. They think us weak. And now they're coming for us, for what they perceive as a mere nuisance, vermin to be killed under the guise of the law. I just hope none of you will want to retaliate. I hope none of you will feel the urge to teach them a lesson on how weak those of us surviving on Arrakis are. I hope we can all agree that laying low and abiding by the law of the Empire is the only way to move forward now. I'll just leave you to our first song for today. An old Terran classic, I've been told. Prince of Arabia. There's another apology I seem to owe you. I have no idea what Ferdinand did during his guest broadcast, but the way he expected me to shoot him right there and then, I suppose it didn't go well. My bad. But a businesswoman sometimes has to let her customers take priority over her radio station. And I assure you, no matter how bad it was, you wouldn't have enjoyed me being behind the microphone on that day either. Talking about business, I'm happy to announce that we are now sponsored, which means from now on you'll get to enjoy exclusive deals and outstanding product recommendations from our beloved sponsors. And our first patron for today is Third Eye Ocularis. Open your third eye, your mind's eye, to the wider universe. Enjoy the eye-opening experience of seeing it all, knowing it all. Third Eye Ocularis, the only resource scanner you'll ever need. Turn your journey into cold, hard profit with Third Eye Ocularis. Third Eye Ocularis. You know you want one. Disclaimer. Third Eye Ocularis and its subsidiaries are not to be held responsible for any damage induced by improper handling, technical failure, or sandworms being triggered by rhythmic frequencies emitted by our high-quality Third Eye Ocularis resource scanner. The second sponsor, of course, is our old favorite on the show, as always providing us with the latest in-thing of musical entertainment. Please enjoy Desert Drive, kindly sent your way by Hanavas, the only place in Harko Village worth staying at.
Hello, weary travellers. My name is Sister Magdalena of the Silver Order. We are a congregation of individuals here on Arrakis who seek a goal with a higher purpose than any one individual. A number of weeks ago, the Reverend Mother Yathelia found a strange book, a spice codex, while on a vision quest of sorts. Some think her a spice-addled mind, and others think that this spice codex is prophecy. I personally merely find it curious, and while we work to verify the authenticity of it, I wish to share with you a reading from this book so that you may make up your own mind. If anyone has information regarding the Spice Codex, please contact me through the little Coulon Chapel. In the meantime, I offer for your listening pleasure. Volume 2, Withering, Chapter 2. In the deepest drought, as Arrakis lay bare and silent, the sorrow of the land reached the hidden places where Shai-Hulud dreamt. No longer could the sleeper ignore the cries of the children, nor the agony of roots thirsting in darkness. The sanctum spoke within the silence. All things must change, or else be broken. If life is to endure, a sacrifice must be made. In that moment, Shai-Hulud's dreams became troubled. The cycles he once kept, the turning of the seasons, the balance of rain and drought were broken, and he felt the pain of every dying tree, every vanished stream. Grieving, Shai-Hulud rose from the world's heart, his presence shuddering through the earth. It is said mountains trembled, and the sky turned pale at his awakening. He looked upon the suffering of the children and knew that to heal the world, he must take its sorrow into himself. Thus Shai-Hulud shed his old form, surrendering the spirit of water and growth, and embraced a new and terrible shape, the first of the great worms, guardian of what would remain. The changing of Shai-Hulud was felt in every corner of Arrakis. The ground split and shifted, the forests fell, and the last rivers vanished into sand. It is said that the sand itself was born from the shedding of the sleeper's ancient body, each grain a memory of what once was. The children saw the birth of the worm and trembled with awe and fear. Some believed they were cursed. Others believed they had been given a new change, a new chance to survive in a world remade. From that day, water became the holiest of all things, for it was a gift, both lost and remembered. Every drop was sacred, every sacrifice a prayer to the sleeper who now moved beneath the sand. In their grief, the children asked, "Why must Shai-Hulud suffer with us?" And the sanctum answered, "Because even if the gods are bound to the cycles of change, sacrifice is the price of endurance." Thus, the covenant was sealed. Shai-Hulud, now the great maker, would dwell beneath the dunes, protector and judge, bearing the memory of water and the hope of life yet to come. The children swore to honor the worm, to remember the old world, and to teach their children the sacredness of water and the wisdom of patience. So began the age of sand, with sorrow and reverence bound together, and the fate of Arrakis forever joined to the destiny of Shai-Hulud.
I will not welcome you to the Rumours section with the usual sass and glee, my children of the sands. For I have no gossip to offer and no business opportunities to lay before you. The sands are shifting and a new storm is brewing. These aren't just the usual quarrels, the daily murder and mayhem we have grown so used to. We have houses going up in flames near Griffin's Reach, and others being targeted by snipers in the Anvil's region. Some mishap at a new Atreides base near Helios Gate, secret meetings in Hanavas, unmarked caravans moving towards the Obsidian Syndicate spire, and even buildings collapsing in on themselves. Nothing's really new to us. Neither are crazy bastards slaughtering slavers by the dozens. By the way, you keep going, Jorik, whoever you are. Same old, just another week on Arrakis. And yet this feels different. Arrakis is stirring, and we better prepare for what is coming. Might as well do so with today's last song, One Night in Morocco. Not to be confused with last week's Night in Morocco. Though it makes me wonder what kind of place this might have been for so many songs to have been written about it. It is with a heavy heart that I send you off for now, my children of the sands. Stay safe out there. Don't let your anger about us being targeted get the better of you. And always remember, Arrakis is a trial, and we are the ones surviving it. Salamaka Allahu Kanyat. Ana alam ibal kala.